Today, you gotta eat healthy breakfast wraps. Hi. Hi everyone, GT here in the fabulous Gotta Eat kitchen. As you can see, I've got a power of food in front of me, and today we're going to cook some breakfast wraps. So we're going to actually do 4 wraps. That's why there's a bucket load of ingredients here. As you know, I've been on a mission to improve my diet and to lose weight. As you get older, you realise how important it is to look after your health. You can't just have a cavalier attitude like you did when you're a teenager and all things work out, because what happens is those things become problems, and problems make life difficult to live. So it's really important, people, to get hold of your diet, eat well, live well, and live long. And that's what we're trying to do here today. And one of the ways I did that was to get rid of bread out of my diet. I used to have 2 pieces of toast for breakfast and 4 pieces of bread in sandwiches for lunch. Oh my God, what a difference. So no bread, and I eat very little pasta and rice as well. So it's a big change. Anyhow, one of the ways I got rid of bread was I changed to having wraps. I often have wraps for breakfast and I often have wraps for lunch. I found some great low carb wraps and I use this as well as tortillas. Today I'm doing 4 kinds of wraps. 2 are my go-to wraps based on classic breakfast meals, and 2 a bit rat out there, and we're going to have a bit of fun with those. Let's rock! The first 2 wraps we're going to do today are scrambled eggs and bacon and smoked salmon and scrambled eggs. Let's rock! Here are the ingredients you'll need. So the first thing we're going to do is make scrambled eggs. Now, if you look on the internet, how you make scrambled eggs is a controversial subject. Everybody has their own way. So here's mine. You can like it or you can hate it, do it your own way. This is how I make scrambled eggs. Let's go. First thing we're going to do is we're going to break the eggs, or we're going to make the batter. That's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to make the batter. So here I'm making 2 wraps. So I'm going to make the egg and bacon wrap and the smoked salmon wrap together. So here I'm using 3 eggs. Now for one wrap you might use 1 large egg or 2 small eggs, or it really depends on what size you want to make, whether you're a big person or a little person. So I might suggest if you're a big bloke you might need 2 eggs, but somebody of smaller stature, 1 egg might be plenty. So here I'm kind of going in the middle with 1.5 eggs per wrap. So we crack the eggs, it's a dash of milk, and if you really want to make this luxe, so really velvety and gorgeous, add a dollop of double cream. But here we're cooking for health, not for luxuriousness, so a little bit of light milk would be great, and we're going to add some cheese. Now here I've got some Parmesan cheese. You can use cheddar, or if you're doing the luxe version, you put in both, and it makes it really tasty. Now the Parmesan cheese gives you a bit of punch. If you like it tangy, then use the tasty cheese. If you don't like cheese, or you don't want to use cheese, don't do cheese at all. Now we're going to whisk that up into a nice batter. There you have it. For the bacon, I'm going to cook it off in the air fryer. Now, some people might say bacon and healthy. Yeah, it's a bit of a trade-off, and I'm using the middle part of the bacon with very little fat as a compromise. If you want it really lean and no fat, then go with the smoked salmon omelette. That's high protein, low fat, omega-3. How can you go wrong? Right, bacon in the trusty air fryer. Now, obviously you can fry the bacon off in the pan I highly recommend an air fryer, particularly if you live by yourself. There's all sorts of things you can do. Makes things healthier, and it's easy to cook small portions. So you want to curl the bacon up and stand it up so that it gets lots of surface area. So we'll see if we can show that here. So we're going to do 200 degrees for 6 minutes. It should be enough. Now obviously with bacon, everybody likes it different ways. I like it semi-soft, but not really crispy. So the guide would be 5 to 8 minutes, 5 to 10 to bacon, 8 minutes for crispy bacon. What we're going to do first, so we've got the tortillas. Now I'm using the low carb tortillas here, and we're going to put them in the microwave for about 30 seconds each, and that softens them up and makes them really easy to work with. Okay, we're going to turn the pan on to a low heat. So you see some people cook scrambled eggs on a really high heat really quickly. Well, I prefer to do them slowly and gently, and you'll see they come up beautiful and fluffy. Here we go. So we're just going to put some butter in the pan. Butter is best for this. We're just going to melt that until it froths nicely. Stir the eggs continuously, otherwise you might end up with an omelette. It won't take long for the eggs to set. The eggs are ready, let's serve them up. Now let's head over to the bench. We'll get the bacon out of the air fryer. We'll just add some bacon to our scrambled eggs. Actually, what you need to do, if you like salt and pepper, we'll salt and pepper the eggs first, and we'll put the bacon on. Now, smoked salmon, some generous lashings of smoked salmon. That's what we're doing. Probably a bit much, but that's what I measured out, so that's what we're doing. Now, I like some pepper on my smoked salmon, so there we go. Let's just season her up. I'm just going to add some chives. If you've got some dill, dill is fantastic. Couldn't get any dill. I've got some chives in the garden, so chives it is. Nice and fresh, straight from the garden. Let's wrap her up, and then we'll have a taste. All right, it's got to eat time. First, we're going to go with the smoked salmon and scrambled eggs. These are yummy. So, that's a thumbs up from GT. Let's try the scrambled egg and bacon. It's absolutely delicious. Now we're going to make the second two wraps. Firstly, we're going to do, and I have to admit, these are both bits of experiments, so we'll see how these work out. Originally I was going to do poached eggs, but I've decided to do Kylie Kwong's fried eggs, which I've already done a video on, so I'll put that at the end so you can see the full video of how to make Kylie Kwong's famous fried eggs. So we're going to do a Kylie Kwong fried eggs wrap, which is a bit of an Asian style, so with some rice, spring onions, chili, eggs and oyster sauce. And the second one is something that came to me when I was in bed. I'm going to make a fruit wrap. So we've got here a crepe I bought at the supermarket. They're pretty good. We're going to slice some fruit, a bit of yogurt, and that should make a great breakfast wrap. So firstly, for the Kylie Kwong eggs, we're going to slice some spring onions. And we're going to slice some chili. That's a whole lot more chili than I'm going to use. We're going to break the eggs into a bowl, ready for the pan. I'm just going to slice some fruit up for the fruit wrap. The beautiful summer fruit's coming in, so here I'm using kiwi fruit, cantaloupe or melon, strawberries and mango. So first we're going to do the eggs. We're going to go over to the stove and then we're going to make the fruit wrap up. So we're heating the oil in the wok. You can see the oil's just starting to shimmer, so we're nearly ready to go. So this happens very quickly. So we're going to slide the eggs into the oil. You'll see they cook very fast. We're going to drain the oil out of the pan, crisp the bottom of the eggs, and then we're going to put them in the wrap. I am going to cook the eggs a little more than I would normally, so on the well side rather than easy, because otherwise when you eat the wrap, you're going to have egg all over your hands. So, okay, we're going to put the egg on the wrap.
Here I've used a bed of rice for the eggs, but you can go without if you're trying to keep the carbs very low. Add the oyster sauce, spring onions, and chili. Yum.
Wrap it up and see how we go. Let's try this wrap. That's thumbs up from GT. Now let's do the fruit wrap.
Place the fruit on the center of the wrap, then add the yogurt. If you choose, you can use one of the low-carb wraps instead of the crepe. For the egg wrap and the fruit wrap, I'd recommend you wrap it in a small sheet of baking paper. It'll stop you getting messy fingers.
This breakfast fruit crepe. Absolutely delicious. I hope you enjoyed me making those 4 very different kind of wraps. The last 2 were a bit of an adventure. I told you they were an experiment. They were delicious to eat, just a bit messy to eat. As you can see, I'm making a big effort to improve the way I eat and what I eat. I hope I inspire you to do the same. Give me a like, subscribe and ring that bell. As a new and struggling YouTube channel, everyone counts and I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment, good or bad. I really want to improve. And always remember, you gotta eat. Ciao.